Bioshock, the official Bioshock, is being released on iPhone and iPad later this summer. Apparently it'll work with iPad Air, iPad Mini 2, iPad 4 and iPhone 5. So if you have any of the earlier models, then yeah, that's not happening. Hopefully the graphics will be alright. You never know when it's a phone game, so. But I have played Dead Space, and that was actually quite good, so it's worth a go anyway. Resident Evil fans, there's going to be a Resident Evil HD remake that's coming out in 2015. Apparently it's just going to be enhanced gameplay, updated gameplay as well, also upgrades that will give players options that aren't included in the original game, so could be some new stuff to play around with. It'll offer Xbox One, PS4 and PC users 1080p visuals, but if you've got any of the older generation consoles, it will only be the 720p. So still worth a try, I reckon, for the newer stuff that they've included. The Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition is rumoured to be out in October after a game listing was spotted on Amazon. It will include DLC, I presume, from the original, but it's being rebuilt specifically for the new gen consoles. So basically it will just be better graphics, I'd imagine. I'm not sure how it will compare to PC graphics, because I did play Sleeping Dogs on PC, and obviously PC graphics always wins, in my opinion anyway. But however, Square Enix haven't actually mentioned there's a re-release, so I don't know if it's for real but I'm hoping it is, because Sleeping Dogs is an awesome game, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for it just in case.
So, definitive versions, namely The Last of Us, I can't get my head around it. I just want companies to stop with the whole re-releasing of games, especially The Last of Us. For some reason, that's what I'm focusing all of this attention on, because, don't get me wrong, it was a really, really good game, but I don't think it deserves another re-release under the definitive version motto that's coming out these days. The whole Tomb Raider definitive version, etc., etc. It's like the whole last gen with the HD remakes. Now it's just becoming more HD remakes this gen. When are we just going to get some, brand new content? And it sounds harsh saying this about The Last of Us because it was such a good game. The Last of Us doesn't need a definitive version because the version that came out originally was the definitive version. If you're going to play The Last of Us, just play the original. Don't buy it again, for Christ's sake. It doesn't need to be rebought. It's just buy the original version, and then hopefully companies will stop making these definitive versions. I mean, there's a whole list of names. I mean, you can they call them all sorts, like definitive version, remastered version, the HD version. Let's just cut all that out. I understood for the previous generation where they were making HD remakes of, like, say, PlayStation 2 classics such as Final Fantasy X, X-2, etc. I understand that because HD was a massive step forward from standard definition, but we don't need that now with games that were made on a HD system. We don't need a definitive version of that game. We've already got that game, so stop that. Just stop that, please. It's done. It's done for. Buy the original version. It goes with Resident Evil 4. There's about 8 copies of that, of all which I own. I own every version. I'm just as bad as people out there that are doing it. We don't need all these copies of games. We just need one single copy, and that's it. That's all we need. On to lighter things. End of rant. Ganondorf has been announced for the new Hyrule Warriors game, and he looks kind of cool, to be fair. I mean, hopefully I'll have a Wii U to play it because it does look amazing so far. I'm nervous about saying amazing because it could come back a steaming pile of dung, but it does look good. It does look pretty good so far. In other news, for all you WoW players out there, over the last 6 months it's dropped down to 6.8 million subscribers, which is the lowest it's ever been. I think the highest was 12 million or around that point. So they've lost a lot of subscribers over the last few years, to be honest. But in lighter news, it is the 10th anniversary this November, and you'll get a free pet if you log in, which I will do. Ching! Oh, and they're also redoing the Molten Core Raid 40-man for the 10th anniversary, which I think would be kind of sweet to do. just as a throwback sort of thing. So I'll check it out. And if you're lucky enough, you'll get yourself a mount out of it, the Corehound, which is kind of cool. So I'll be giving that a shot in November. Fireproof pants not included.
Hey Warhammer fans!
I don't know any myself, but if you're into it, there's a beta sign up for Armageddon. Just started very recently, if you want to sign up to that. I suppose the big, partially related gaming news this week is that Justin TV has shut down. They're closed for business. People that have been on the internet for longer than a couple of years know that Justin TV was the one that was sort of above Twitch until very recently, and then they flipped it around. And then apparently, rumours, we don't know yet, Twitch has been bought by YouTube, and it looks like they're cutting the fat. They just trimmed it off. Justin TV is gone. And on a less interesting side of things, an hour or less gaming is actually beneficial for children, according to an Oxford study recently. But after 3 hours, it becomes a negative, as in the kid will have no friends and virginity will be intact forever. So of course what this means is you can let your kids play for an hour, only an hour, GTA 5, kill some hookers, run some people down, shoot them in the face, but don't let them play WoW.
A lot of gamers can actually hear the sounds from games, like randomly when they're not playing a game.
Oh,
like
I do get that. I get that. Yeah.
Like Mario sounds
Behind
or something. Oh, hello. Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just mentioning an article. Yeah, there's an article that said there's been a study of gamers. Gamers can actually hear certain sounds from games when they're not in gameplay, like so they're walking about doing stuff, they hear a sound from a game. Like almost you hallucinate it. You take the game for so long.
I've had that, yeah.
I've had it with Mario sounds.
I have it with Zelda's
Yeah.
little
Does it
jingles.
count with the text?
Yeah, of course it does.
I have that in my head at work when I'm like, you know, you put stuff on the right shelf, like trying to wedge it all in. Ding, 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 ding. But like, you know, like the sounds when you hear like, when you get a coin or something in a game. I hear that sometimes.
Yeah.
For no reason, it's just there.
It is,
Yeah. Well, the fun fact is you put your finger in your ear and wiggle it, it sounds like Pac-Man. Yep, it works.
Oh, wow, it does it. Well, earwax
Fun fact for you to try at home, guys.
Behind the scenes over.
Like your hand goes to the camera. I think that went well.
Yeah, so it was alright. I think it's definitely advanced on into the last one.
I still think I'm going to look super awkward. Like, you can always see your own awkwardness, can't you? People don't notice it really.
Oh, you mean when you watch it? Oh god, yeah,
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're
Because you're
focusing
watching.
on you.
Yeah.